Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. Today I'm going to be demonstrating for you how to work the Silisponges here. I have two. They're both AOA Studio, and that is from Shop Miss A. So both of these were $1. So I bought two of each shape. So I have another one of these that's unopened, and another one of this teardrop that isn't open. They clean really, really well. They're super soft. They do a really good job, and I'm going to demonstrate for you what I'm talking about. We're going to move closer in so you can kind of see what's going on. The reason that these are so freaking popular, I mean, I know people like demonstrated it like 2 years ago or whatever, but they're still popular today. I got the ones with glitter in them. You can get ones without glitter in them, but I wanted them because I thought they were kind of pretty that way. So I'm going to be demonstrating for you how you can use both. Yes, you may have to use both. Like, if you're having a really difficult time blending a little bit, like to get into those really trouble areas, you can use a smaller one. But if you want like a broad, like pretty close to full coverage around your whole face, I would recommend using the larger teardrop version. But yeah, definitely if you're looking for like spot concealing and trying to get stuff like that, you would want to use this smaller one. So, and my dog, do you need out? Is that your problem? My dog's like sitting right there in front of me and he's like scratching at me. So yeah, pay no mind to that. Do you need out? He needs out. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. He decided he didn't want to go out. So, alright. So I'm going to demonstrate for you how to use these puppies, and I will also let you know kind of how to clean them. So for now, and you know, they talk to you about how you'll waste less product or not waste any product at all to have it on your face. So we're going to demonstrate that today. You definitely do want to use a smaller amount. I've heard that if it doesn't blend quite right, it's okay if you go in with a sponge. This one's perfectly cleaned. Also from AOA Studio. It's basically a dupe off of the Beauty Blender. I've never tried a Beauty Blender before, but I have tried this one from Shop Miss A, and I love it. It's from their Pawpaw charity. They're darker pink now. If you go on shopmissa.com, you'll be able to see these. And they're so soft and fluffy, and they're really nice on the skin, on the face. I like the Silisponges a little bit because I do break out on occasion. And sometimes I'm like, is that because of my sponge? Or is it just because of the primer I'm using? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. But I'm going to put it back in this little AOA Studio stand. I thought it was so cute to have that. And both are like, well, the sponge is $1.55, but the stand itself was like $1, and I was like, psh, yes! Alright, so I'm going to leave it in its stand right here. I'm just going to stop rambling my butt off, and we're going to get into this video, okay? We're going to get in. So, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take this glass plate here. It is glass. You break it, it's gonna break everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and use it kind of like as a resting palette area, so it's not in the back of my hand. The foundation I'm gonna use is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in 105 Fair Ivory. You'd think I'd know that by now, but I don't. So I'm gonna keep the hood on. Everything's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can kind of see what's going on. But first, you want to shake everything up and get it going. You might want to use an eyeshadow primer on your lids first, just as a little prep, and then you can go in there. Actually, no, we'll do that after the fact, sorry. So we're going to start with primers because we always start with primers, and that's something that you need to remember. If you're going to be doing things like this or doing any makeup at all, you need a good primer, and I'm still looking for a good primer. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know, and I will go ahead and try them out. Please let them be affordable in drugstore because, honey, I can't afford high-end crap. I just can't. So from me to you, just a little request there. Also, if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my lips right now, I will talk about that in my next video. So yeah, we're just gonna, you know, ignore that it's there, admire it from afar, and we'll get into it in my next video. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in just a little bit here. Alright, so we're gonna just make that hair like under my hood. I have a little headband, but I want to have the hood on today. Okay, so let's go for it. I have two primers, which I'm going to use both. I have the e.l.f. Aqua Prime Mist right here, and I have also, they're both e.l.f., the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. It's a little on the oily side, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so this one spritz like super freaking strong, super freaking hard. So just be aware of that. Alright, so I am gonna have to move my hood back a little bit there. I got you a little too close for this spot. There we go. So I like to shake it. Just pop it on. And I'm actually gonna use a brush to blend these in. So I just always want to make sure that I don't have a dirty brush, because your girl needs to clean her brushes. So I'm going to use this fluff brush. It's an e.l.f. Total Face Brush. We're going to use that to blend in some of this, because again, it spritzes like no frickin' tomorrow. So here we go. Woo! Alright, like I said, spritzes out strong. So, I just totally wet my hood. I'm going to go ahead and take this and just blend a little bit here. The brush smells weird. Whatever. So I'm just blending it in a little bit because it is seriously liquidy and not thick at all. I just realized that I did not bring out my mirror. That's kind of essential. So I will be right back and we will come back with the mirror. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. I just realized that in one of the things that I'm going to be using today makeup wise, there's a freaking mirror already in it. So I'm going to use that. Alright. This is one of the products that I'm going to be using in my next video, so don't get ahead of yourself. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of this next primer. And you do have to shake it. I didn't know that you had to shake that when I first got it. It was like oil, just, it was gross. I'm sure that was a real sexy face that I just made. Okay, let's get this hood back on, because this hood's like, I ain't coming around for this. Alright, so we're going to go in with this primer here and just shoot a little bit. You don't even need a dime-sized amount with this stuff. You just got to be really careful. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, pat, pat, and then start to rub it in. And yes, you're gonna feel pretty dang oily. And I do put it on my eyelids, in my brows, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So, but again, this is just demonstrating the Silic sponges and how they work. Then I'll be filming a video directly after this, showing you all of that good stuff after the fact. So, let's get into it. I'm going to pour into my primer now. Not primer, foundation. Oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, this does not have a pump on it. I kind of wish it did, but it doesn't. So I'm going to take my glass plate, and I'm going to be careful to not let too much, yep, that was too much product already. But we're going to put it all on the face and see how that goes. Alright, so I literally have this amount on here, and I'm going to go ahead and really let that primer sink in for a second. I'm going to go ahead and also use that brush and just sort of blend it in a little bit. Again, I'm not sure why my brush smells the way it does. It smells like someone had a fart or something. But whatever, I just need to clean the brushes, so. Alright, so we are blended with that. Alright, so we're going to go in. I'm going to go ahead and use the big one first, because again, I want to use this one for like a spot conceal and just an ultra blending under the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and take, a lot of people wonder how you're supposed to hold it. This one actually has like a concave in it. I hope concave is the right one. And honestly, I was like, well, my fingers fit right in there. So in the seam, I don't know if you can see that. There's a seam there. And it goes more up. So when I'm doing it this way, it goes whoop, instead of going the opposite direction where it's going to scoop off my product off my face. So I'm just going to use the back. And I'm going to grab my mirror here. So we're just going to dip in a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just start to apply this. I'll zoom you in a little bit so you guys can sort of see what's going on here. So let's do it. And then you're just supposed to just move it in circular motions. I'm still putting it on my eye with the big guy anyway. Now once you've done that and you can sort of spread it around a little bit more, you're going to really want to buff it out. So I'm just spreading what product I have on my Silicone, see already. And then you just sort of pat that sucker in there. And if you hear a weird noise, guys, just be mature. You know, like, yeah, I've had to learn that apparently it sounds like something dirty. But I wouldn't know. Because your girl doesn't know about, well, I know about that stuff, but not from personal experience. Alright, so you do want to get back in here and just really blend that out. I'm going to try to get some of the lip cover here. Alright. And always make sure to get up in your nose a little bit. And again, just sort of pat it down. And then there you go. You see, like, there's not a lot of redness in comparison to over here, where there is some redness, right? So I'm going to go back into the product, again, grabbing this much, and just dotting it on the other part of my face. You spread it out a little bit more. Be careful around the ears. I have to be really super careful because I did just get them pierced a couple weeks ago. So they are temperamental right now. Alright, so we're going to just start doing the dabbing motion again. And again, if it makes a weird noise, guys, just, again, be mature. I don't personally hear much of the noise that people talk about, but whatever. If it does make a noise, I can't really help that. So you can just blend around. It is going to take a little bit more time than like a beauty blender or just typical beauty sponge. And the instructions say that if you're not very satisfied with that, you can go and do final blending with a typical beauty sponge or a brush. You know, I tend to be able to get a pretty dang good look without doing that. And no, I'm not trying to sound conceited when I say that. But, okay, we're going in forehead. We're going in with way too much freaking product, okay? So, you just want to spread it around again, give it almost like a double layer. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the forehead right now. And just blend. Make sure to get in there. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'll tell you the story about how my brows got done recently. So, the bumps have finally gone down. And here's what I mean by the bumps, okay? Like, those bumps, this chick was freaking aggressive. I go and get my eyebrows threaded like once a month. Because, and it's part, you guys know I take Halo. You know. So, like, you know, your brows grow in. And they were closed. I was trying to do it before I got to school, because I'm in college now. What? At SJVC. Hello! Anyway, so I went and got that done, because I do the afternoon classes. So I don't have to deal with the freaking school traffic to and from. Because some idiot put a freaking school on my street. It's like, I don't get it. Okay, we're just getting in there and patting it down. Anyway, so I was there, and the lady that has the keys finally shows up, so I'm able to do it, right? Well, dude, was she aggressive. She was like the string broke like 3 times. I'm pretty sure she drew blood. But, oh, okay, let's get in there. Sorry, anyway, pretty sure she drew blood. And it was just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what in the actual happened? So, I had bumps all over here, all up here, bunch of swelling here. I was like, girl, I'm never going back to her. I've had other people that I've gone to when I was there, and they did a freaking amazing job, and it looked great, and I didn't look like I was just like having a reaction, like, no. Alright, so before I get back to the storyline, can you see this? Like, how the coverage, people, the coverage is real. And I hate that my camera's doing that to me. But the coverage is totally real right now. And you honestly don't have to set it because of how that it looks on the face. It does make things matte. I'd wanted to get the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth just to test it out. But, of course, my dumb butt didn't do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and take this big guy. I'm going to wipe it down. But we're going to go into the smaller one just for the concealing portion. Now, I just did that just to demonstrate that this does clean, like, it'll wipe right off. And we still have this much foundation left. So I'm going to go in with the small guy. Again, I'm going in with the back. Same reason I did it with the other one. It's because of that seam. So, and remember, these are silicone. Okay? See, they are flexible. You can do what you got to do. But I'm going to go ahead and use it more as like a spot concealer. And a lot of people don't really understand how to hold it. You put your thumb in the back, you have your front fingers there. Sometimes people put all 4 like I do, but you don't have to. So that's how you hold it. Alright, so I'm going to go in and really spot conceal. So I'm going to just dab in here. And I'm going to go under the eyes here. Because even though it looked like they got a lot of love, they didn't get a lot of love. So, and you can just fit it so nicely in there. Anyway, back to the story. So I got in there and like, I was like, okay. You know, I like to get the Catherine Zeta-Jones style. And that's just the one that works for me. That's the one that I've liked for a while. And I swear to you though, this chick like, do you know what you're doing? Like, dude. Like, if you do, more props to you, but if this is how you do it, honey, I ain't coming back to you. I'm not gonna do that. I know you guys probably like, dude, you're spending 8,000 years blending your frickin' foundation, and I would agree with you on that. I don't, you know, part of the beauty of a sponge is that you're not having to do it for this long, but at the same time, I'm not breaking out. I'm not having really any issues with it. It does take a long time, so yes, if you're in a hurry, I don't know that I'd recommend these very much. But if you have a little time on your hands, then yeah, I would recommend trying it out at least. It's $1 for crying out loud. So, and a lot of them, if you look at, you know, ones on Amazon, they're not. They're like a lot more expensive. Always make sure to get down here, because sometimes you just don't get down in there. But anyway, yeah, no, I was like, I like this place and you suck. Like, just like for real, it just wasn't the greatest time. Alright, so here we go with this. Like, I'm really trying to get into that corner here and just really blend everything out. And honestly, if you do the buffing motion, everything does tend to cover. So I do want to zoom you in a little closer even, just so that you can sort of see. Sorry, I get foundation on my brows as well. It helps for whatever reason. And then I just want to show you kind of what's left. And you can, you know, decide for yourself if you want to use it. Because people aren't telling you that while you're getting used to it, you are going to waste a little bit of product. But anyway, I just want to show you a little something to zoom you in closer. So, woo, there we go. Focus, camera, focus. So you see all this going on right here? It's not bad. Like it does, I'm so sorry. It does kind of grab right here. Like in a way it looks like it's sitting on your face. And in a lot of ways it is. So, you know, they tell you that you can take a normal sponge or brush and just try to even it out. Now, it does look kind of cakey in certain areas, but for the most part, it's been really, really good. What I would say is that, you know, you do want to be sparing about it, because a lot of people are like, it's just sitting on the skin, sitting on the skin, and I'm like, I can understand why you're saying that, but at the same time, it looks really good. So this is just kind of what we're dealing with, and you see that freaking corner of my nose, like there you go. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so you can sort of see that there isn't anything sticking out, but you really do want to try to like be gentle about what, you know, your applications are. But again, it dries down fairly matte, so you don't really have to do much with that. But yeah, those are the Silisponges. This is the job. You know, you can take a regular sponge like this. I guess I'll demonstrate that for you. You don't have to, but you can always go in and just sort of lightly finesse areas that are bugging you, I guess. Like right in here. Like, it's not picking up any product on my skin because the product did get pressed in. And it's fine. Like, yeah, you can tap like this, but the thing is, sponge isn't getting dirty because there's nothing for it to pick up. Everything went in, everything blended well. So I just showed you that for reference. I wasn't actually buffing anything out. But there's nothing to buff out. That's what I love about these two things. Because you just wash them in the water just like you would washing your hands. And boom, you're done. You're ready for round 2. What people don't tell you is that you are using less foundation. But the point of these is that you're not wasting product. Well, guess what? I did just waste a little bit of product because I don't want to look cakey. And right now, I look like where I'm supposed to be at. So I would definitely recommend these. They're $1 on Shop Miss A. Go get one. Try it out for yourself. And if you're wondering how to use it, watch this video, guys. You're going to learn. And it also depends on what kind of foundations you're using. I was using a more liquidy foundation, but you can use a thicker foundation. You can use whatever foundation works best for you. In your skin type. Obviously, I don't have my tried and true with me right now, which as you guys know, if you watch my videos, even in the past, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation and Rose Ivory is where it's at for me. I will go to Walmart after the whole, you know, Christmas sales craziness is over and pick myself up some because your girl wants her tried and true back. Okay. So this is what it looks like, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and tap on the bell that pops up right next to it. That way you'll always be notified of any video that I do. Alright guys, thank you so much. I'll leave my social media links down below. I also now have a personal blog site. I'll leave that link down below as well. And that's basically where I talk about product 24/7. And what works with me, what doesn't work, and all that stuff. So, thank you so much, you guys, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and may we just get in this together. Alright, guys, I love you. Mwah.